It's starting to look like a Christopher Nolan special or Batman movie, guys. What the actual hell is going on? Like the video if you think you need Batman on this one immediately, because New York City is under attack. Check this out.
Outdoor diners, beware. This surveillance video shows what's starting to look like a pattern of armed robberies at outside restaurants. Police are trying to figure out whether the holdups are connected.
So a new disturbing trend in New York's ever-evolving sea of crime has emerged. And even though police have no leads since the crooks targeting these restaurants all escaped on mopeds, this is the type of crime that happens so quickly and is so easy to pull off that experts say it's only going to get worse.
The thieves are...
Please don't let this be a how to do a robbery video, bro. Like,
demanding watches, wallets, and cell phones.
The video we're talking about shows men moving around a dining table and scaring people.
Investigators say one of them had a gun, another had a knife. Police say they got away with $200 in cash from the register and 5 iPhones from customers.
They're using crimes of opportunity where they're just basically grabbing purses or handbags off chairs and running out.
Surveillance video shows a man toting a gun. He's demanding customers here to hand over their watches and wallets. Detectives are now looking into whether or not the same men robbed customers at Carbone in Lower Manhattan.
So you're saying good food, if you want to have good food at the restaurant, that would be approximately like what, $100, $200, right? You know, tip the waiter. Usually is 18%. Oh my god, that's crazy. Am I the crazy one here? Because I think 18% tipping minimum is crazy. It is crazy. And when you don't tip, they're like, hey, why didn't you tip, huh? Because one time I didn't tip, and yeah, bro, like, so it was bad. It ended up bad, but I was like, I held my ground, because I didn't like the food. So I was like, hey, I'm not gonna tip, bro. I didn't say I didn't like the food on his face, but you know what I mean, right? So food, $100, $200, tipping 18%, something like that. Getting robbed, that's priceless.
Is there one thing in particular that you think is leading to this?
Well, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of the laws that have been passed that have basically tied the hands of the police.
Officers are now required to record the race, age, and gender of anyone they approach.
It slows officers down from going to a scene immediately.
Overall robberies are up 5% citywide compared to the same time frame last June.
Yo, what the actual hell? Homeboys using electric scooters to go on robberies now? Damn! We need Batman, we need Superman, we need Spider-Man!
If you go out to eat in this city, your waiter might be replaced with a robber. Now, the police say they're not sure if these incidents are related, but what nobody's talking about is that all of these incidents are related to the fact that this city does not punish crime. And here, if you steal under $1,000 worth of stuff from any store in town, you'll suffer no consequences because that's a misdemeanor, which has created a huge problem because
we need Nico Bellic from GTA for... oh no, Nico Bellic would actually do a heist in New York City. Oh, forget about that. Forget about that. We don't need Nico Bellic.
For the last year, stores like Macy's have been getting robbed regularly, which is why everything inside is now chained to the store itself. And what this means is thieves need easier targets to steal from. And our money-hungry crooks, they're not looking at stores anymore. Oh no, now they're setting their sights upon the rest of us as we chow down on bagels in the middle of the West Village. Because our phones, wallets, and handbags make us walking dollar signs to these thieves, who might even be lurking among us as if they're just regular people. Not just at restaurants, but also at the grocery store or even on the subway, which itself is no stranger to violence and crime, and now looks more like a military occupation zone because of the high levels of police doing bag checks and the presence of the...
Okay, people that are in New York City right now, right? I've never been there. I want to really visit, because New York City is like one of those cities, right? Like city of the dreams, man. You know what I'm saying? Where the dreams come true. That's one of those. But if you live in New York City, is it really this bad, or this is just like on news? Because news is always blown out, right? You feel what I'm saying? But is it really getting this bad?
The National Guard. Which brings us to the real reason why we've now got a crime wave above ground targeting restaurants just like this. There simply aren't enough police to keep us all safe at once. In fact, New York City right now has as many police as it did back in the 90s. But the population of the city has grown by over 1 million people since then, which is a recipe for perpetual crime. Because when all the crime underground started, every available resource was sent down.
Look at this picture. Holy Gotham City, bro. It looks like Gotham City. We need Batman, we need Spider-Man, we need Superman right now. We deploy the Avengers immediately. We need everybody right now. We need everybody. We need Hulk right now.
I'm there to stop it, leaving all of us up here utterly defenseless. Easy pickings for criminals who can steal everything we have in seconds.
This is really turning out to be how
So here we are at
robbery
Carbone, a famous
video.
restaurant in New York's West Village where thugs recently... So here we are at Carbone, a famous restaurant in New York's West Village where thugs recently targeted its patrons who were eating outside. Now this place has a high-end reputation. It was started in 2013. Celebrities eat here. And a USDA Prime Porterhouse for two will set you back almost $300. And that's what makes this place an attractive destination.
Holy hell. Bro, you need to be careful too. So you're setting a camera outside, recording yourself, and in broad daylight, bro, be careful, man. You might get robbed too. You might be ganged up too, bruh. Like, damn, homie, you need to be careful, bro.
For criminals because they know everyone eating here can afford the food and is probably also dressed to impress.
The video we're talking about shows men moving around a dining table outside, and apparently they're demanding cash, they're demanding wallets. Detectives are now looking into whether or not the same men robbed customers at Carbone in Laurel.
Yo, there was Shotty. Shotty was also trying to steal. Damn, so it was a yeah, what's that? Yeah, GTA 6 is coming out, right? Like male and female, one male protagonist, one female protagonist. Damn! So next up, Rockstar can do this duo. They can put this duo in the GTA 7 or something like that. Right, guys?
Manhattan, allegedly stealing $100,000 watch. Police believe this could...
So this span of robberies has happened over the last couple of weeks. And before we get into the details of how these criminals operate, as well as the testimony from terrified patrons of all of these places, it's important to understand the one thing in common they all have. First, these are popular places to eat. In fact, so many people want to eat at them that not everybody can fit inside the restaurant. That's why you have these massive outdoor dining sheds like the one behind me that is pretty much a restaurant in and of itself. Look, it's got air conditioners.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out. Like, these things got ACs installed as well. Holy crap. Of course it is, man. Damn. And he said, like, what, $300? I was being generous. I was saying, like, $100, $200 for good food. Yeah, okay, spend $300. Could you imagine 18% tip on $300 food? I'm done, bro. I'm gonzo, bro. Oh, my God, bro. I get it, okay, like if you want to tip somebody, yeah, absolutely feel free to. If you enjoyed the service, you enjoyed the food, and you want to tip it. But 18%, damn, 18% of $300, that would be crazy. And then on top, to top it all off, dessert, right? You want to wait for the dessert? Too bad, man. This is going to be your dessert. Pull up, man. You guys don't make fun of my Bob of War here. I'm in Canada, you feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is Canadian version right here. I cannot go out even with an airsoft outside, okay? Yay, this is Canada, baby. But thankfully, we don't have this kind of crap going down. This is bad, bro. This is really insane, actually.
And stuff in it, tables inside. The bagel shop down the street has people sitting outside. But the issue is, here you are all by yourself on a public sidewalk in the middle of New York City with no police anywhere in sight. And these restaurants and businesses, they don't have security guards. No, it's just you get your food and you can eat outside if you want to, and that's on you. And
no, listen, man, that is crazy, right? Just because there's no like police activity, just because there's no security, it doesn't mean that people should go around and steal. You know what I mean, right? But that's apparently what we're seeing right now. You need to be careful too, bro. Like, you're putting the tripod in broad daylight on a street like that. Damn.
This is a safe neighborhood, so it's kind of alarming that incidents like this are taking place here. But once you understand why these...
Look at that, bro. I wouldn't be shocked. Like, if he got attacked by somebody, I wouldn't be shocked if he got jumped and he survived. Yeah, bro, you need to be careful, bro.
Criminals are picking these places out specifically, it'll all make sense. Especially when you realize that people eating out in New York City as a big group are utterly distracted and not really thinking about personal safety. But there's a much more frightening reason why criminals are looking to target people specifically on the streets.
Robbery is not on the menu here at Marlowe & Sons in Williamsburg, but that's exactly what some outdoor diners got. You can see the customers give up their belongings before the gunman takes off on a scooter.
So New York City has a massive moped problem right now, and the thieves, a team of two, were riding one of these mopeds, which is how they were able to escape so quickly. Now the drivers will wait in the street with the engine running just steps away from where people are sitting, and then the passenger gets off. And in the video that we're looking at here, the passenger was the one who had the weapon and who went around to each person at that table and asked for their valuables and then got back on the moped and escaped. Now observers say restaurant crime has a lot in common with the other types of moped crime we're witnessing, where thugs quickly approach unsuspecting New Yorkers as they're walking down the sidewalk, take a valuable, and then ride off into the night. But you see, that type of crime, it's a crime of opportunity because you have to be on your...
Man, these suckers gonna get those mopeds, these electric scooters banned, bro. Like, man, damn, bro. I love me some electric scooters too, bro. I'm a big fan, big fan. It's like playing GTA 6 in real life. Every time I hop on one, it's like playing GTA in real life. But these suckers gonna get that shit banned too, bro.
Bike riding past somebody who looks like someone that you would want to target. But at a restaurant, there's a whole bunch of people sitting outside with their guard down. It's perfect for criminals.
Can a brother get like a slice of pizza or something? Like that chili powder looking kind of good actually. That busting though. I feel like getting like a slice of pizza right now and you know, dropping some chili powder on it. But of course, I would do that at my home. I don't want to be outside, bro. Like I might get robbed too, you know.
In a city that's not willing to protect its residents. On top of that, people at a restaurant, they're sitting down, they're on their phone, they can't get up, they can't run away, and they're dressed well most of the time. And no one at any of these places is looking for trouble. And what's sickening about all this is it is the logical progression of unchecked robberies that happen on the street. Now, restaurants aren't even safe places, which is exactly what witnesses of these events are saying on Reddit. This discussion covers all the recent restaurant robberies, and one user writes that it all happened so fast, most people weren't even sure what was happening. On top of that, all of these crimes occurred during dining hours between 6:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. in the evening, which means this crime is
okay, note that if you're in New York City, note that time. Never go to eat around that time, guys. I'm just saying, till we have Batman trying to save the city though. But even Batman is not going to be enough. We need everybody right now.
Different from purse snatchings that happen on sidewalks, these were premeditated attacks, specifically targeting the patrons of expensive, pricey restaurants in expensive, pricey parts of town. The criminals knew what type of customers they were going to encounter in places like this, which is sadly the very reason these places were pre-selected targets. But just as crimes in places like this look like an escalation over previous types of street-related crime, there's a new escalation that has now started happening with the whole restaurant scene, and it's not happening on the street.
The most recent incident happened here at Birds of a Feather about a week ago. This time,
about a week ago, we out here tweaking hoes. Oh shit, I shouldn't be saying that.
Men held up customers dining inside of the restaurant. The men stole cell phones and a watch. Sources tell Pix 11 News.
Look at that. The most recent incident did not happen at a sidewalk seating arrangement. No, it happened inside the restaurant. The thieves just walked in the front door and walked out with everyone's stuff. Which totally makes sense if you're a criminal and you get away with minor crime.
Yeah, you level up, right? Like it's a progression. Once you were trying to steal like maybe like a Twinkie, next you steal like something else like bigger. You then pull like a Baba War out there, right? Like you just steal it from a restaurant outdoors, then you do it indoors. You see, you're progressing like level 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. That's what's going on. Now, I could be wrong with this one, but I did hear this a lot. I don't necessarily follow politics or news like that, but I did hear this. It came across my my newsfeed where it was saying defund the police. Something was happening with defund the police. I don't know when exactly that happened. Was it happening in New York City? I could be wrong. My point here is that defunding the police is a bad idea, actually. So, yeah, it's a bad idea. I mean, we're seeing it right now.
Crimes, you're just gonna graduate to bigger and better heists. And the videos we're seeing all show the criminals targeting men who have expensive watches. And if you're a thief and you can get your hands on a watch, that's something very small, very pocketable, and very expensive that you can easily resell. Yeah. Because in this city, we've got...
Don't wear watches, bro. Don't take your phones out, okay? Don't wear watches and don't wear good clothes, guys. Simple. Hey, man, simple. And you know what? The best thing you can do, don't eat at a restaurant. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Unless you want to get robbed, then for sure, go for it. But,
not as many jewelry exchanges as we have restaurants, and finding a place where you could pawn that thing off won't be a problem. But there's another element to this new pattern of crime that is extremely alarming and makes it something that it's very hard to defend against. Because let's say you're eating over here at this restaurant, or let's say you're inside a nice restaurant. How hard is it to spot someone coming into the restaurant wearing a motorcycle helmet to pick up a delivery order? That is like the most common thing. So these thieves, they can get very close to their intended victims. They can hide in plain sight, blending in with normal restaurant traffic. They're not even patrons at the restaurant. They just show up with their motorcycle.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a good point though. That's a good point. So you don't even know. It's like, you know the Spider-Man meme, right? Like where every Spider-Man is like pointing at each other like, you, it's you, it's you, it's me, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's you. Yeah, bro, holy crap. Yeah, so like these suckers really GTA role-playing out here, man. Yo, let these bozos play GTA. Rockstar Games, give these suckers GTA 6 early, bro. You know what's gonna stop all this crime? Just let these suckers do and commit all this crime in video games, man. In video games, they're gonna stop doing it in real life. Of course, I'm joking around, but no, man. Like, if any of you are a fallen victim of this, man, comment below, man. Damn, bro. Like, I feel you on this one, man. Holy crap, bro.
Cycle gear on like every other delivery driver, and no one blinks. And this gives thieves who are riding an e-bike or a moped the opportunity to hide and bide their time until the exact moment presents itself for them to commit a crime. And even though most restaurants in town have security, how good are these cameras going to be when the thief is wearing a helmet and you can't see their face? And it's incredibly frightening to think that the next time you're having a meal anywhere in New York City, you could be being cased and spied on as you chow down. But there is something the city could do if it really wanted to take this issue seriously and really wanted to put a stop to it. But as you're about to see, the solution to all of this is so logical and so straightforward that it's never gonna happen in this city, and that's something that should not only disappoint all of us, but should frighten us, because we're all targets.
Damn. Yeah, the popo, right? The Babylon. The popo, the Babylon, the police, right? Yeah. They need more of it. They need more of it. And defunding the police is clearly not working. So you need to fund the police. You need more of them. And yeah, they need stricter rules as well. And there needs to be consequences for these types of actions. And then it's gonna stop. And if they advertise the consequences, for example, if somebody that committed a robbery gets caught, they show... sometimes of course showing and giving them notoriety is also not a good idea. Then it's gonna influence other younger folks to steal more, thinking that they would also be on the front page, and you know what I mean, or perhaps not show their face. But you know what you can do is when somebody gets caught, catch them and have consequences and advertise the consequence. That's gonna limit somewhat. Of course, it's not gonna clear everything up like just like that, but at least it's gonna be a good start.
Here we have...
I was reading a comment, so this was an extreme example. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it, but like it clearly worked in it clearly works in Saudi Arabia, so why not here, right? If you don't know, if you get caught stealing there, well, they cut your hands. And because of this, there is peace. Then there's nobody actually stealing. Maybe they need to do this. I'm just saying, maybe they need to do this. And then, oh, of course, if they start implementing that, bro, the crime rate would drop like a rock, though. It would, if the crime rate is like, let's just say 10%, it would drop to like 0.1%, just like that, if they implement this.
Ye Old Police Department. This is the Greenwich precinct, which is responsible for protecting people who were at that restaurant Carbone over in the West Village, but it's about a 15-minute walk. And the sad truth is that New York City just doesn't have enough police to keep everyone safe at once, especially with crime waves taking place in multiple places across the city at the exact same time. Which isn't the kind of thing that matters to anybody until the watch off your wrist is taken when you're out to dinner and you still have to pay the tab because the food ain't free.
We have a staffing crisis going on in the NYPD.
So imagine, like, what would you do in this situation? For example, you ate all the food, right? That costed like $100, $200. Then a thief comes in, robs your wallet. It takes your wallet, takes all the cash, credit card, your phone, everything. Just say you completely got robbed, right? You got jumped, but you already ate the food. How are you gonna pay then? Right? Like, how are you gonna, like, what's gonna happen then? Hey man, should I like take the food out or something like that? You know, like, how does that supposed to work? I'm assuming they're gonna be like, they're gonna note down your details, perhaps you pay them later or something. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, take a photo of you, maybe. You gotta give them your phone number, address and everything, but your phone got stolen, so damn.
Right now, we lost nearly 3,000 police officers last year to just retirements, police officers leaving the department. Also, we're losing an average of over 200 police officers a month. So by the time we get to that...
That is absolutely crazy. 200 officers leave the police department every single month. And not only does the police department here have monumental tasks in front of it, this attitude of defunding defunding the police is still with us today, and that's why the numbers in the department itself are declining, and they're declining at a rate that is so fast.
It's over. It's over. So you're losing experience, policemen, right, or policewomen as well. You're losing experience, retiring, 2 retirements, which is fair. But then there's also policemen that probably don't want to do this job because maybe things are getting really hectic. I get that, but of course them dropping this fast is crazy though. Where's Biden at? Where's Biden at, bro? Sleepy Joe, wakey, Mr. President, where you at, bro? Of course, this is a presidential year for you guys in the States, right? So it's gonna be hectic that way, I guess. For you guys, it shouldn't be, but of course, it always gets hectic. Politics never are very, very bad, I guess, right? I mean, it shouldn't be bad, but apparently suckers take it very, very literally. But of course, the consequences are literal too, I guess. So there's that aspect to it. But yeah, man, this is actually insane.
We aren't able to replenish the department with new recruits, and to make matters worse, we're losing experienced veteran officers. Which means not only is our police department shrinking at a time when New Yorkers need it most, with all of these simultaneous crime waves going on, the experience of the department is decreasing, which some say means its effectiveness is also going to decrease.
Increases across this city where we would normally turn out 6 to 8 patrol cars. Right now, we're turning out 2 to 3 patrol cars in those communities on a given tour.
So what does that do to the safety of the community?
The response times continue to rise. That is the reality of policing right now.
So some precincts are down from 8 patrol cars to just 2. That's a 75% reduction in available patrols. How is that not a recipe for more crime in pretty much every area?
And let's just say, right, there's also the threat level, or the threat, how big or bad of a threat is. For example, if they receive 2 calls and 1 call is about, like, hey, a heist is happening in a bank, right? Like, somebody's trying to rob a bank. And then they receive, oh, man, somebody got robbed. Somebody got jumped in a restaurant. They're, of course, gonna go to the bank, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right? Like, so there's that aspect to it as well. Because, yeah, they're losing a lot of policemen they're losing a lot of them.
Of town. Less police means response times are going to go through the roof, because as crime becomes more common, police are now stuck choosing which incidents to respond to first, meaning your watch getting stolen at a pricey restaurant might come in behind something much more serious. And what's incredibly frightening about this is
exactly
that our criminals, they're not defunding themselves. No, they're expanding their operations in light of the lax security that happens whenever the police divert resources from one crime wave to try and deal with another. And what makes this even more frightening is the proliferation.
NYC, New York City. Somebody said not your city, I guess. Migrant shelters under scrutiny after accused cop shooter claims gun smuggling chain. Damn. I want to know your thoughts on this story, guys. Check out this video on the screen. This also happened. I'm not sure if you guys were able to catch it or not. In this video, I teach young men and older men to not chase the pom-pom and the benefits of not chasing the pom-pom, okay? Yeah, man. Check this video out. If you've already seen it, then check out the video on the left.